Okay, hey guys. I'm gonna step in front, sorry. Okay, good morning or good afternoon. We're gonna do some mat work today. So everyone needs a good mat or a blanket or some beach towels, but nice and thick. And we're gonna stay down. So if at any time you want to do some cardio intervals, you're welcome to pause and pop up and do some jacks or a jog or some like little squat hops, or you can stay down and do some mountain climbers, plank jacks, or just march, low or high impact. And then we'll go through one set, and then I welcome you to go back and do as many as you want, you know, another set or two for a longer workout, more intense workout. So we'll focus on total body as usual, abs, and then we're gonna grab our weights. We'll use those weights for our upper body. And that's really it. Grab a towel if you need something to support underneath your hips, if you have sensitive hips on the mat. But make sure you got a good, squishy, thick padding underneath you. Okay, we'll get started. I'm just gonna kind of warm up with a stretch, and then we'll stretch and kind of work at the same time, and we'll just flow right into what we're gonna do today. And then I'm gonna be consulting just to make sure I'm doing everything right. So don't worry, I'm not checking my phone. I'm just making sure all my notes are right. And I'm doing it correctly for you guys. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, give me center straddle stretches. You can have one leg bent if you'd like. I'm gonna start with left leg out. So big inhale, exhale. Fall over to the side, look up. So we wanna keep this warm up dynamic, which means we wanna keep it moving. So a little bit quicker of a pace than a cool down. So just go back and forth from side to side. Make sure your belly's nice and pulled in. All right, nose to knee. We're gonna pulse it for 4. Make sure your belly, pull it in towards your back, toward the back of your pants. And use your breath. Big inhales through your nose, exhales through your mouth. Shh. Inhale. Shh. One more. Then we'll do nose to knee pulses for 4. Nose to knee pulse it and reach that torso long. Don't round your back here. 4. Long torso, reach for that toe. Good job. All right, we're going to start kind of flowing into our workout and then stretch a little bit more. Okay, so you'll need to grab your weights. Make sure your weights are close to you because we will pick them up in just a second. So we're gonna start with hamstring stretch, and then this will lead into a little bit of ab work. So hamstring stretch, you can leave that left foot down right now, pulling in that right leg. Now, left leg extends out. My hamstring on my right is like really tight right now. So I want y'all to get your legs as straight as possible. I can just not get this leg straight to save my life. Not right now. Okay, so point your toes, and I want you to scissor. And I want you to get that big stretch on the knee pull or leg pull. So we're stretching. I want you to point your toes, little Pilates here, and use those lower bellies and massage that back, circles forwards and backwards. Good job. Same thing, legs go up. Straighten them as much as you can. Toes are pointed. You're going to come up Pilates 100s. Shh, shh. So pressing that lower back, lower spine into the mat, glue it down. Okay, you don't want your body or your belly, you don't want it to cone up. You want to keep those abs nice and flat. Just press through those hundreds. Do a few more. Keep those legs nice and pointed, or keep those feet nice and pointed, toes pointed. 3, 2, 1. Big stretch. Relax that, release that back. Anytime in our workout you're feeling lower back tension, that's a good stretch to release it. Just hugging in the knees and kind of rocking forward and back, and that'll help relax it. But as always, you know what's going to help the most with your lower back is keeping that core, keeping your belly nice and strong, pulling it in, contracting it, and breathing the whole time. So this is where if you need a towel, go ahead and grab it. Just going to make sure we're doing all this correctly. Okay, alive. Just keep that towel there because we will roll onto our side. All right, so grab your weights. Your legs are outstretched in front of you, seated. I'm gonna grab my 5 pounds, but I might pick up my 3 pounds in a second. So nice and tall, head towards the ceiling, like lifting up nice and tall, roll those shoulders back. We're gonna start in the right angle, and then we're gonna recline back. When you recline back, I need that belly so tight. And it's not gonna be a scoop. You're gonna keep yourself nice and tall. All right, so we're gonna start. So this is the exercise, okay? Nice and easy bicep curls, but all the way up, all the way down, relax, or not relax. You wanna resist on that way up and down. You don't just flop your arms down. So now add that little recline back. And you'll notice this should, y'all keep going. This should feel, you should feel the pressure in your lower belly. You should feel it nice and tight. Keep breathing. Okay, we're gonna pick up a leg. Here, leg, lift. Alternate those leg lifts. You can point your toes. So when you point your toes, that should make that quad nice, strong, super flexed. So keep your recline back, but don't release those abs. I know it's pretty intense on the lower abs. You know, I thought we were just doing some easy, breezy bicep curls, right? Okay. A few more. I'm losing my notes, you guys. Hang on. There we go. Okay, now I want you to sit up. I want you to recline back, and then I want you to sit up, shoulder press, and pull that belly in. So it's a little scoop now. Little scoop down, press it up, shoulder press. Feet are nice and flexed. You'll still feel that quad engage. Reach it up, resist up and down. Don't just drop your elbows. 4, really squeeze around that underarm area, chest, shoulders. 3, 2, last one. Let's release that. Okay, so that should feel, you should feel some tension and pressure in that lower belly. That's good. You just don't want that pressure and tension, or you don't want pain into your lower back. So lower abs often can, you can often start feeling that pain, that uncomfortableness in your lower back. We want to eliminate that as much as possible. We never want to push to pain. We can push to being uncomfortable because we won't be there long, but never push to pain. Uh-oh. I don't want to get back. Okay, there we go. Okay. We want to, I'm just trying to see where we can ease up on our belly. Okay, now we're going to turn to the side. So I'm just going to face you. So my left hip's going to be down. My back leg's going to be bent. The weight is going to be in my top arm. Okay, so leg is nice and straight. Pants keep falling down. I haven't worn these in a while. Now I remember why. Okay, you're going to pull and reach that arm. So you're pulling your elbow back. Notice my right shoulder is going to stay out of my ears. Pointing that toe. Left toe lifts and lower. Really, the more you point, really exaggerate that toe, the more quad action and the more inner thigh action. So you're just pulling that weight, and we'll switch it up in 4, 3, here's 2, last one. Now weight comes overhead, it meets that leg. Now we're gonna flex, meeting that ankle, pulling in your abs, you're tucking them away, pushing them towards the back of your pants, bottom of your spine, and reaching that arm and leg as long as they'll go, pushing your heel away from you. 4, then we're gonna pulse in 3. You should be feeling this in your abs still. Whew. All right, stay here. You can put a weight on your leg if you want, or you can do tiny presses up. It's just wherever you want some more work or challenge. 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh goodness. Okay, open your legs to happy baby stretch. You can set your weight down. I forgot about mine. All right, release those inner thighs and open up the hips. And rock steady side to side. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. You're gonna come up and, okay, our next thing, you're gonna stay with this left leg is gonna do the lifting, your right leg's gonna stay bent. And so this is a little bit intense. Now, I will try and find a modification for this, but if I don't, y'all don't kill me. Okay, so you're gonna plant your right foot firmly into that mat. Really plant the heel and the ball of your foot, okay? You're gonna lift up and lower. Lift and lower. Lifting that left leg, just like we did. Knee is slightly turned out, and just kind of reach that way for your toe. 4, here's 3. Use your belly. Wiggling is fine. Last 1. Ah, goodness. Give me figure 4 stretch right here. Seated figure 4. Open up those hips. Y'all, that is intense. Okay, one more thing on this side. We're going to be down on our left knee, so use your towel if you need to. Support your knee. Any knee issues, I encourage you to use a towel or a pillow. You can use a big fat cushion. Okay, so you're just gonna come out of that, and then you're gonna be on your knee, and it's kind of like a little TikTok thing, like a little, oh, I don't know what those things are called that I'm thinking of. Okay, that's all right. So arms still with the right, and you're gonna reach down, and this will be like our starting position, and you're gonna pull and resist into the elbow into that waist, okay? So you're gonna reach down, hand comes down, leg lifts, point it, reach all the way overhead, and then kind of like a lever. I think that's what I was thinking. Then you're gonna come down, point that toe, waist or elbow into waist. So you're gonna a tiny little push up with your hand. I want you to really think about lifting yourself up off the mat with your abs. You'll notice the wobble. When I come off that mat, that's good. I'm strengthening my core. That's all good. Any of the wiggling, any wobbling, whenever you're trying to balance on something and bar, is normally just strengthening that core, those lower abs and back all around you, your trunk. Maybe do a little bit like of a bend towards that towards that opposite leg. And anytime the weight gets too heavy, you can drop to a lower weight, use a water bottle, or just use your body weight. All right, we're gonna pulse it here. So keeping that leg lifted, you're gonna slightly, ever so slightly, take it right behind your hip, the toe right behind your hips. All right, and you're gonna lift and lower, tap, lift, barely tap, or you can fake tap it, just no resting on the ground. Pulling the arm, slight turn of the wrist. I know, y'all, these pants make me dizzy, and I just looked on the screen, and I'm sorry if they're making you dizzy. When I look down when I'm driving, I get dizzy looking at them. I didn't think about what they look like on the screen. Try not to focus on the crazy lines. 4, 3, we're gonna pulse it, and 2, last one, you're gonna flex it, pulse, pulse. Lift with the heels, squeeze the bottom, 10, 9, relax that right shoulder, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna turn facing your mat. All fours. Okay, staying with that same weight into your right arm, okay? Now we're lifting the left leg, and we're just gonna lift. Left leg is gonna bend and push, knee in and push, knee in and push. Right arm is gonna mimic the leg, and down lift it, squeeze, down. So right in your upper back on that right side, right around your bra line. Everyone is always asking, I need to tone that, I want to firm that. Yeah, there's no spot reducing and fat loss, but however, you can sure tone up the muscles that are surrounding in that area, and it will appear to look like you have lost fat around that, whereas you were just strengthening your muscles, toning and firming that area. 4, we're gonna pulse it, and 3, squeeze it. Squeeze those abs in, they don't get to relax here. You're gonna pulse it in 10, for 10, 9. Remember to breathe. Work on that balance here. Push your heel up to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, quick child's pose. I hope you guys are feeling this. Big inhale, exhale, release it. Inhale, exhale, release. All right, come up, quick cat-cow. Around that back, keeping the belly tight. Into that cat stretch. Okay, that felt good. Let's go. Okay, so we don't need to do the other side of what we did first because that was on both, was it? Trying to think. I think that it was. Yeah? Bicep curls. Okay. No, we did not do our, no, we did. We alternated legs, right? Y'all let me know if we didn't. Okay. So we're gonna go, let's see if we can break this up. Something in the middle. All right, so this is a little challenging, not because it's necessarily that hard, it's just kind of complicated, not complicated, but you'll just see what I mean. And now, if you can, you're gonna grip your weight like you're hugging it with your feet. And like, oh gosh, it's kind of hard in socks, but you'll really feel that on your legs, or in your inner thighs and legs. And you're just gonna push those feet up to kind of like an angle towards the ceiling, hugging those toes and feet together, squeezing on that weight. This is inner thigh work. Remember your lower belly, working that, glute the spine down. Don't let your back come off the mat anytime. Crunching in and pressing out. Just 4 singles. This is pretty intense. 4. Here's 3, 2. Last one. Ah, those are not easy, you guys, so great job. All right, other side on your right, we do those leg lifts. So mat down. Okay, so your right leg's gonna lift and lower. The arm, left arm reaches up, and that squeezing into your upper back on that way down. So lift and lower. Slight turn of your wrists. Really reach that toe long. Really point those toes. That'll help engage the quad, your calf, your hamstring. And as always, pulling in the belly. Keep breathing. Really resist on that way up and down. Don't just drop your elbow down. Point. Here's 4. And like I said, I hope that you'll repeat this series and do a few more sets. We are definitely running out of time. Okay, now, remember, we're gonna lift and lower. Flex it and lower. You can even flex it up and then point it down. Flex up, flow the point down. Or you can just stay pointed, like so, reaching it up. Use those abs, pulling them back towards your pants. Here's 4, remember we pulse it, and 3, 2, you can lay the weight on your leg, or tiny presses up. Last one, just for 10, stay with it. I know it's intense, it's little tiny moves, and it doesn't look like a lot, but it is intense. 4, here's 3, stay with that straight leg, foot's flexed. Last one. Okay, y'all stretch. Crunch those knees in, relax your, release the back, relax everything. I'm gonna take off the sweatshirt, getting warm, and then we're gonna go right in to that next exercise. Okay, remember it's the challenging one. So we're going to lift up the right leg. Arm is going to hold, or left arm's going to hold the weight, or left hand's going to hold the weight. So remember, we're going to plant, 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 plant the left foot down now. Heel, ball of your foot is planted, all right? It's not going anywhere. You're going to lift up and lower. So try not to come crashing down. Try to resist as much as you can down. Slowly come down gracefully. You don't have to get up a foot off the ground. You can even just come like an inch or two off the ground. You don't have to get as far. You only have 4 singles. 4, 3, 2. Oh my gosh, I came crashing down on that one. Figure 4. Y'all, that is intense. We do a version of that where both legs are bent and we kind of push up, you know, like this, but we don't do the lifting of the legs into that, in that exercise. So it creates a whole new set of challenges, doesn't it? Okay, now we're gonna be on that right knee. Same thing, cushion your knee. Big cushion. Left leg's gonna point out. Remember our little TikTok lever thingy? Okay. Weights in your left, and you're gonna come down, reach it overhead. Remember to use your weight, or use your core to carry you up. And then crunch the elbow into your torso or waist. So you can give yourself a tiny little push off with your fingers or your hand, but I really encourage you to really tighten your belly. Breathe, don't hold your breath like I just did. No grunting, so don't come up and like with momentum. Really just tighten that core as tight as you can. You should feel that in your whole abdominal wall and on those obliques. Y'all, it's intense. You got 3 singles here. Stay with me. Almost there, you guys. Here's 2. Last one. All right, come down. Remember the leg, all right? So that left leg's gonna lift and tap, lift and tap, lift, tap. Squeeze and resist that arm. The elbow's gonna come slightly behind that hip. Toes are slightly behind that hip. Knee is like ever so slightly behind your hip, just so we can squeeze and feel that glute a little bit more. 4, we'll pulse it in 3. Here's 2, you're gonna flex it for the pulse. Last one, flex it for 10. Squeeze on those arms, use your inner thigh, outer thigh, glute, and obliques. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn it in. All right, so that, which leg is gonna lift? Switch the weight into the right. Bent knee lift, remember push that bottom straight up to the ceiling, heel goes straight and arm mimics it, bend, and resist it down. Squeeze on that bottom, use your hamstring, abs tight. Sorry I can't look at you, I'm holding my balance too. This is definitely a core strengthener balance checker. Here's 4, then we'll pulse it in 3, 2, last one, pulse it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Now those were really intense, little short exercises. And so since we stretched, after each one, I'm not going to lead you into a cool down because I really want you to, oh gosh, I hope y'all can still see me. Something just popped up on the screen. It looks like y'all can. Okay, so if you want a cool down, then I encourage you to do the warm up. Remember the stretching. Try not to pulse on cool downs. You can just reach, inhale, exhale, reach further. But I really, really would love for you guys to stop and then go ahead, play it back at least once, if not twice, to really, 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 really lift, firm, tone those little tiny muscles that we work so hard in barre. I promise you will see results. Stick with it. And as always, I will see you here on Tuesdays and Thursdays or playback anytime. And I also am teaching 9:15 Racket Club, 9:15 Monday mornings, and I'd love to see you there as well. All right, y'all have a great weekend. Bye, you guys.